fine. I said, listen, man, as long as the chick got a college ID, she's getting fucked. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17 and I'm 21. She's going to get this dick. But that's just being honest. But that's on a college level because you're in that. That's good. That's a good place to pause it. By the way, that does sound wild.
What it do, man? It's your boy 100 and we back in this. Hey, we back in this, man. And right now we got a big Akademiks, bro. There's a viral clip going around where he says something to the effect of I don't care if she's 17 or it ain't that big of a difference between a 17-year-old and a 20-year-old. And it's going viral, you know what I'm saying? And people is calling him a piece of this and pieces of that, and he crazy, and this is something wrong with this man. He perverted, and he got a track record of this because he said a thing about Bad Baby, which he didn't. And in the context of this, he was talking about in college. In college, nobody's checking ID. College age people, everybody assumes everybody is of age. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody checking no IDs. That was his point. But I'm going to let him break it all the way down. Let's tap in.
So about 8 years ago, right? I'll even put up the actual date. About 8 years ago, 2014, 8 years ago, right? I was doing a topic that says Tyga denies being in a relationship with Kylie Jenner. Now, this was when everyone knew Kylie and Tyga were fucking around. Tyga was 24, Kylie was 17. Okay? So this is the context. And this is what's important. At no point did I ever say that I fucked somebody under 17 or under 18. I was given an example. I said in college, I said 17 becomes a gray area because people don't ask for IDs.
Facts.
There's some smart, or sometimes people start kindergarten early and they'll get to college when they're about to turn 18, but they'll turn 18 in January and they get there in September. Talking about being in an institution, so college or high school, where the ages are or a little bit out of what is actually acceptable.
I want to say this one thing, though. That's kind of on the topic. An 18-year-old boy, man, whatever you want to call him, they consider you a man when you're 18, depending if you commit a crime, but you're a boy. Anyway, an 18-year-old male, that's a tough time to be a dude because you go from, being the top, like you a senior in high school and so you at the top, you got seniority, you a senior. You turn 18, now you back at the bottom. That's the lowest you can go is 18. You're at the bottom. You can't be kicking it with these 17 and 16-year-olds no more. You can't talk to them. You can't, you know what I'm saying? You 18, brother. But then, women like to date up. So if you 18, you can't date down. You got to date 18, only 18. And it's hard to date up for a man because a woman wants an older man usually. So it's you kind of stuck right at 18. You stuck right in there. So it's a tough time to, for a young male, unless you go right to college. If you go right to college, then, you got a better chance.
People go to college, and you'll hear in my full clip, people do not check IDs. No one in college, and if you've ever been to college, no one says, hey, how old are you? I've been to college. They're usually under the assumption. By the way, if you're in college, at least if you're doing 4 years, you're probably not over 21. Usually. Right? Those people usually assume that the people they're dating or they're dealing with are of age.
Facts.
They usually, I ain't gonna lie to you, I never used my license in college at all. Mostly college ID. You almost looked at the college ID like it was a sign that you are of college age. Okay? So I want to play this video in full. This was never said that, oh, no, I'm doing this. I'm giving you the example of what I know happens in college. And I know when I was in college, I didn't really ask for ID. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't ask for ID. I'm like, yo, you go here. I know you live in that dorm. Okay, I'm assuming you were of age. This is college. Now, they're putting this clip out 8 years later when now I'm in my 30s. So it looks bad. Where it's like, yo, you're 31 and 2. No.
Right, and that's the thing they was saying. Like, everybody was like, man, this man 31, some of my 17-year-olds, man, this man a slime ball. This man, this. Like, bro, y'all don't ever do no kind of research ever, bro, when you hear clips, but you don't ever dig no deeper than the surface. You hear a 15-second, 30-second clip. This man probably got 1 million minutes worth of content. You gonna listen to 30 seconds and be like, man, yeah, he a piece of crap. Hear the whole thing, listen to the whole thing sometime. You'll save yourself so many issues.
Turning 18, that their girlfriends are 16. Like, they were 17 and 16 when they both got together, then homie turns 18. What happens? This is a discussion. This is not me saying what's right or wrong.
It's a tough time.
So anyway, I want to play the full thing in context. So let's go.
DJ Akademiks, and now I'm Tiger. He finally addresses the rumors that he's...
Yo, my voice sounds so weird back then. I don't know why my voice sounded that weird back then. Let's go, though.
donkey fucking Kylie Jenner. Now, Kylie Jenner's 17. Tyga is 24. A lot of people are turning their nose up at the possibility they're fucking or even in a relationship. Some people say he's waiting until she's 18 before he lets everybody know he's donkey fucking her. And now he came out in this interview with our Vibe and he said, listen, Kylie, nah. Listen, I ain't dating her. See, the thing about Kylie, I known Kylie and the whole family for 4 years. I introduced Black China to Kim K about a year ago. So everybody's been cool. But it's like just so hard. Their world is different. If somebody want to hang out.
By the way, I'm quoting Tiger right here. This is him. I think he put out a statement.
Cool. I'm not opposed to hanging out with somebody. I hang out with Kylie, her sister Kendall. I hang out with Scott Disick. Sometimes I hang out with Chloe. But people want to take the situation with Kylie to a next level. Don't listen to Tyga fucking lying. Any Negro could realize that Tyga's lying. Tyga's fucking her. Yo.
So in the video, I'm literally saying Tyga is lying. He is completely not being honest about not fucking Kylie, who is 17 and he's 24.
That's no speculation. Tyga's fucking her. Why would somebody that's 24 be hanging out with a chick that's 17? Come on now, he's fucking her. But now,
we all knew what it was.
It's not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Seriously, listen. I remember when I went to college and I just about to graduate, because when you're about to graduate college, you're about like 21, and then the chicks coming in are usually 18 or 17. And to keep it real, if you think about it,
let me explain that part too. That is true. When you're a senior in college, you're about 21. The people who are usually freshmen usually are 18. There's like the one little random person who's like 17.
True, it's rare.
So that's like, I don't know if they edited. I don't know what part they edited, but I want to play my clip in full. You get me?
In the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17.
Okay. Now, I think that part was taken out of context. And I'll play it again.
If you think about it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think it was fine.
What I was trying to say is that when a nigga is either you're 21 or 20, right? And someone's like 17. This is only in the college dynamic, right? Because they put 4 years of kids together, just like they do in high school. I said, usually there's not much of a difference. Like when you're in college, you don't really see the difference. And I still believe that. You know what I mean? Now, of course, there's some people who look like kids in college. That's 100%. And I'm not talking about those people, clearly.
I said, listen, man, as long as a chick got a college ID, she's getting fucked. I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17 and I'm 21. She's going to get this dick. But that's just being honest. But that's on a college level because you're in that.
That's good. That's a good place to pause it. By the way, that does sound wild. What I will say is that I say that because you don't ask for age, bro. Like, so it's one of those things where like you might find out like you really don't ask for age. Like in college and high school, you don't ask for age, bro. I'm telling you don't ask for age. My nigga, I'm telling you might ask somebody they're a freshman, but as long as they go to your school, bro, you do not ask. It's not that you want anybody underage. You just
right, like the man ain't saying like, oh yeah, you come to college, you 17, it's going down. What a 17? Like, no, he like, hey, bro, who was asking people how old they are in college? I wasn't. The only time you saying your age or doing something with your age is if you are 21 and you go to the club and you get that 21 band. Or we going to the liquor store. Who can buy it? Who 21? Who can buy the liquor? You know what I'm saying? Like, other than that, bro, who asking how old somebody is? So a 17-year-old at a college more than likely is getting some dealings going on. You feel me? And she may or may not be letting people know. That's the point.
Just assume. So that's what I'm saying. If it ends up being that, it's like, yeah, that's not what you wanted to do type shit. But it's like, I don't look at it as in somebody deliberately looking for kids.
Right.
You're in that whole environment where the whole fucking school is your age. So you're kind of looking around. You're like, wait, I'm not going around checking IDs. If you come to the school, obviously you're probably old enough, usually. So we fucking. But as far as Tiger's a little bit older, 24. Then the chick is 17, which is kind of a gray area, which he definitely fucking her, but he keeping on the low.
Tiger was wild for that to begin with. Tiger was wild for that. He was 24, she was 17. Wild. Extra wild.
I was trying to play devil's advocate as, yo, there's certain places where a close enough age range, 24, you're not in college, or you shouldn't be in college. You should either be in grad school or something else. You're a little bit weird. You're weird. If you're doing that, you're weird. But I'm trying to, the only point I was trying to say, which by the way also doesn't apply to Kylie, I'll be honest. It doesn't apply to Kylie because Kylie did not go to college. If we're having a conversation about dudes who have messed with people who are 17, I know people who in college who are 18 who fuck 17-year-olds. I do know. And if that's what you want to call a pedophile, fuck it. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know people who were 18, they both started dating at 17, one turned 18, and they fucked the 17-year-old, bro. I'm being honest. 100%. That's the reality of it. There is no age limit to it. I'm being honest.
It's a difficult decision. It's a difficult situation.
The problem, and by the way, I don't have a problem with college kid trying to use any video. Is trying to contextualize it like I like kids. If you look at the women I've dated, I haven't dated anyone in probably the last 5 years that was below like even 21. Like for me now, around you got to be 20 because I drink. So if I'm dealing with a girl now, you have to be able to drink with me, right? Now, granted, legally it would be 18, but that's not what I would even be involved with.
So as you can see, man, he broke it down, man. Like I'm talking about in college. Like in college, something like this may happen, which it does. I went to college. Who was at what? Anybody asking nobody for no IDs, bro? When you went to the club, bro, it wasn't no IDs. You were just paying to get in, bro, $5 or whatever. IDs? No, not at the college I went to, bro. Damn near, bro. If you goddamn went to high school and wanted to walk into the club, you probably could, because they wasn't checking no IDs unless they served alcohol. I think I forgot, man. I ain't been in college in so long. But yeah, man, hearing that clip versus the clip without him saying, oh, I mean, when people go to college, they be this and that and this. Like yeah, the clip out of context sounds extremely wild. In context, it might still sound wild to you, but it makes sense to me. I understand the message. I understand what the point you're trying to prove. I understand the message you're trying to send out. You know what I'm saying? But people don't like that. Most of the people that jump to judging and talking down and trashing somebody, they already didn't like them. I ain't got nothing against him, so I ain't got no choice but to hear him out and hear his explanation and hear the backstory and hear what was cut out, because they cut it out for a reason. They didn't put the whole clip in there for a reason. Malicious. And I think he said it was college kid who did it. But anyway, man, let me know how you feel about the video, man. Do you see where he's coming from? Do you still want to call him a creep? You still not feeling him after this explanation? It makes sense to me though, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me. But yeah, let me know how you feel. We're trying to hit 4K subs here soon, man, so tap in with your mans. But appreciate the love, and I'll see y'all in the next one.